Hi Sagittarius, welcome. This is your guys' read, which is going to cover the time frame of October 2020. So this is your monthly read. So today I will be giving you an outline of the energies to expect throughout this month. What I do plan to do, I don't make any promises. I do plan to come back throughout the month of October. I'm going to try for twice every single week to kind of give you guys a really very quick update on the energies. So at that point we'll get a little bit more in depth. So how are we all feeling? I do know that there's been a lot of unmotivated energies for sure going around, and I don't feel it's as drastic for you. So you guys have that going for you. I feel that you're in a world all your own at this point in time, if that makes any sense. So let's just dive right into the reading and kind of go with the flow and see what happens. I do want to get just a couple, look at this, I have this cute little deck, it fits in the palm of my hand. Just a couple quick messages before we start the actual read itself. These are kind of unique. Then we'll kind of get settled here into the energies as well. Alright, so we have, you can handle anything that life throws at you. So in case you needed a reminder and you needed to hear that today, this message is for you. Let's see if we can get anything else. Alright, we have two more. Be curious, go explore, right up your alley, right? And slow down, take a breath. So to me, the way I interpret these messages, be curious and go out and explore, and then during the time of, you know, when you're out and you're having fun, you're more in the moment, right? So just take a few deep breaths and soak it all in. Don't necessarily go out and, I saw this picture and it was really interesting. The concept behind it was there was many people in a crowd all holding their phone up, recording something on a stage. And there was one lady who did not have a phone, and it's so true that that one individual was really truly the only present individual there, right? Because they're living the experience. I think that's so powerful. All right, so let's take some deep breaths here, get centered into the energies. So we're gonna focus on releasing the negative energies, anything toxic, anything that we don't want to hold in our system. So when you're exhaling, just imagine you're releasing all of that energy. Ready? Big deep breath. Alright, so in the next breath, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in all of the good, all of the yummy, all of the positive, all of the juicy stuff that life has to offer. Ready? Big deep breath. Alright, so let's just clear our mind of all thoughts. Take a few moments to hear the stillness. We want to be able to slow down the thoughts so that we're listening to complete stillness in between the thoughts, and that is where information is going to come forward, which is really going to be valuable to our journey, right? Just relax your muscles and your neck and shoulders. Just relax and enjoy this reading here today. And I usually always say when I have a toddler in the background, so there might be some background noise. everything is all good. She's supervised. She's with her father. She's pretty happy today overall. So if there's any, odd noises that come up throughout the read, just rest assured that part is all under control. All right. So this is a general read here today. This general reading is for the entire Sag Collective, right? So if there's specific messages that really do not resonate whatsoever with your situation, don't try to force the messages simply to make them fit. It really just means that they were meant for someone else, and at the end of the day, that's okay, because we do want to make sure that everyone receives the messages that they're intended to receive, right? Dates as well, so you might notice these energies kind of hitting you now. It may actually follow through even into the first week in November, so just keep that in mind. We're all in different parts of our journey. Alright, so let's select the cards for you guys, see what's in store. So this one kind of popped out and it flipped over, so I think that it's very likely something that we should cover in the read as well. Spirit, please provide messages for the Sagittarius Collective. And this is going to be to cover the time frame of October 2020. What messages, Spirit, did you want to send forward for our Sagittarius Collective? Thank you for these messages here today. Always want to make sure that just patient. Want to make sure that the reading is authentic as possible for you guys. So these are your cards. We'll set aside the inspirational message until the end. We'll take a look first at the Oracle cards. So I have two. These are going to provide us with the overall energy here for the entire reading today. I do feel this third possibly could be impacting as well on the energies, so we'll take a look at that. First up is Insight. So you guys are very, very, very likely on a journey at this point in time, which is taking you, I feel, in definitely inward, but I think the information that's coming up and the insights that you're seeing into or you're seeing through, there's definitely a veil that's been thinning, and lately, I don't know if you've noticed, but you may notice these energies coming up in your reality sooner rather than later, I'm sure, because the veil has definitely lifted and the truths are being seen. The next card is the Triangle. Okay, so this is, I had this, I think, for one of the other signs just in the last few days. So I'm going to read directly from the book on that. Then we'll take a look at the tarot. So it says, the triangle is the law of three. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The trilogy of each one knowing what it needs to do, what is expected of it, and just doing it. It is that of the highest form of work. The closer you get to God or the universal force of vibration, the more is expected of you and you of others. A triangle has three sides of itself just as you do, so recognize it. That is incredibly interesting. So focusing on the fact that you're very likely progressing quite a bit on your spiritual journey, and you're very likely also noticing that the more you expand and grow on your spiritual journey, you're definitely seeing that you are being called upon to use your gifts to help the world during this time. And I do also feel that you're understanding the the grand scale of things, meaning you progress and you have a little bit more responsibility, and then you progress again and you have a little bit more responsibility, and then you progress again and you have a whole lot more responsibility. So you're seeing the big picture where you're progressing, and more is being I don't want to say demanded of you, but it almost expected of you, in a sense. If that makes any sense. I do feel that this is a part of your journey where you're going about your journey mostly independently at this point in time as well. That's a big message. I feel we're never really truly alone. We do all have the connection with Source, but I do feel as though you're relying mostly on your experiences and your insight from everything that you've evolved through, right? All right, so how many major arcanas? We have 1, we have 2, 3. So we have 3 major arcana. A lot of other signs have a lot of major arcana coming up, which means a lot of potential chaos or potential change. I do have a bit of a head cold, so my throat is a bit sore, and I do have, just want to grab something from my throat here, a bit of a stuffed up nose. So I'm going to try really hard to speak as clearly as I can and as loud as I can as well, but just thanks for your patience on that. So, your first card in the read is the 9 of Materials. 9 of Materials, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles energy. Beautiful energy of growth. Beautiful energy of, for sure, you're setting trends. You're doing so, and you may not even be aware of it. But for sure, you are a trendsetter. This could be in many different areas. You're kind of the one in behind the scenes right now, pulling the strings, if that makes sense. This can be organizing some type of it feels as though it's revolving around entertainment in some way, something relating to, it's almost as if you want to take the sorrow that others are experiencing and kind of take them away from that for a short time and give them some form of entertainment to focus on. Interesting energies. That's a really very interesting energy to start the whole entire read off. So you, if you do have gifts which you are quite passionate about this time, don't be afraid to share them. You're actually being very much called upon to do so at this time, and understand how big of a player you really are and how important you really are in the entire scheme of things. This is a big, 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 big message. Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Beautiful major arcana. So the Wheel of Fortune, obviously, I mean, it's great energy to have in your read, right? But for you guys, specific to your read, it's almost as if it's telling me, you know how the wheel spins, it definitely symbolizes change. right? Things are continuously moving. There's something here, I don't know why Shakespeare is coming up. Shakespeare, there's something about just medieval times. There's something about, it could be portraits, it could be a play, it could be yeah, there's something specifically around that, which is a very, very specific message, I know. But really, for the entire collective, it's really quite symbolic of the oneness of all, the oneness within the universe. And you may actually be going through an incredible breakthrough in understanding this natural law during this point in time. You might very, very much be realizing the cosmic order of things and the application of higher laws that are at play here in your life. This can be a healing energy as well, but for sure, always about change when the Wheel of Fortune comes up. So where it is about change, it is reminding you, as above, so below. So when these changes come, keep that in mind, because we have more control over these changes than I think sometimes we allow ourselves to acknowledge or even take credit for, right? Ace of Material, Ace of Pentacles energy. So you're pretty stable. You are careful not to get caught up in perfectionism, an attitude of just being too focused on being perfect during this point in time. Just use your personal talents and know that you are prosperous. You're a treasure. I'm hearing you're a treasure. But there's stability here. I feel stability coming for you, so that you don't have to worry about the day-to-day things too much in the coming times. Knight of Emotions, Knight of Cups energy here. So we have some imaginative energy for sure. This is somebody who could be coming towards you. It's not the best energy. It's about some form of trickery, some form of manipulation, maybe even. It's just somebody who's really cunning, and they're a swindler. They're a swindler. So it's more so just being cautious of who is coming towards you. Next, you have the Queen of Emotions, right? Which is, it follows the Knight. It follows the Knight. So the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this Queen, she's about kindness. She's about grace and beauty. And she is tolerant, which is telling me this individual that you may need to be working with, you may need to be involved with in some way. You can definitely be aware that there's dishonesty in some way on their part, but you can also be tolerant of the experience of having them around you for a specific amount of time. Not this person can be very unreliable. This is telling me you will be fair. So your part to play is really being that person who is just flat out just fair, right? Not getting involved in conflicts. They may try to drag you into it. You're not having it, right? Which is a great place for you guys to be. Keep that up. Strength. Another major arcana. So this is again telling you that you have the strength to move forward with patience and something else here, because next up you do have temperance. So it's another major arcana, 2 major arcana in a row. Go. So I do feel with the major arcana immediately following this, it's an energy of you being balanced mentally. If you have any mental imbalance currently, it is coming. It is improving. It is. It's a sense of rejuvenation around your mental mindset. So being mentally strong, being mentally balanced. Ace of Cups, so another ace. So you had Ace of Pentacles and now Ace of Cups. Who doesn't want an Ace of Cups in their read, right? Ace of Cups energy. Oh, you have the sense of abundance. So you're feeling abundant. You're feeling beautiful. You're feeling just an overflowing feeling of goodness from within, blissful feeling. You have a really good outlook for the future, and you're open to change. So I think the overall message here, and I'm glad this came up with the Ace of Cups here, I think the overall message really is not to label relationships necessarily at this specific point in time. Let's take a look at the next card. Victory, 6 of Wands. So you'll have more balance, you'll have more success, you'll continue to have feelings of hope, and it's really just you advancing, it's you experiencing the desired results that you can envision for yourself. So this is a time where the focus is absolutely on the self. The focus is not on what the competition is doing. This is not even worth taking 2 seconds to use your brain power towards, right? Like, it's just not a focus for you right now. And the 2 of Swords, remember this card here. So this is, to me, another card which is quite symbolic of the overall energy here in the read, the way it came out. So the 2 of Swords is going to be, so we have the Insight card. This is the overall energy. There we go. So this is your balance. This is your peace. This is your calm. This is your harmony. This is but with her having the blindfold, I feel as though that blindfold's coming off. I feel as though the veil is being lifted. I feel as though the insights that you're getting are really big picture. It's like you're able to go within and connect with Source and get the answers that you really need, which you can't really see from the human level. You're looking for the answers, the big answers, the big, you're looking for big picture. You're not looking through a narrow lens. You want to see the entire big picture. And this is the point where that veil is being lifted. You definitely have this opportunity to see the truths behind situations, to see the truths behind situations that you do not want to involve yourself in. You can prevent a lot of chaos that potentially could come towards you. You have all of the power to just completely refuse to take part in any of the chaos coming your way. I really like that for you guys a lot. You're okay right now with being independent. You're okay right now with being seen as someone who it's a leader type of energy, so you could be seen as not being a part of the crowd or not following the crowd. That's a really big energy coming forward here. Beautiful energies though. This is a time that you want to focus during the month of October. There are going to be things happening all around you that are going to try to destabilize you, and I don't think for the majority of you it's going to work. So that's fantastic news for you guys. Let's have a look at your inspirational message. It says, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. This is speaking the truth. And I hope that some of you can feel this on a very, very deep level. Alright, so that's the end of you guys' read. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all so very much. I'm going to offer you guys a free personal read contest to say thank you for all of your continued support. So if you want to get your name in for that, what I'm going to ask that you do is drop a comment down here below. I'm going to ask that you ask me questions so that I can pull some cards in the upcoming videos. Whatever question you feel you would like to have some insight on, drop that question down below. I'll pick a few cards, give some insight into your questions, give you a little bit of a prediction here and there. So that's one opportunity to get some insight through the tarot, and the other opportunity, of course, is the free personal read contest, which you automatically get entered into just by commenting with your question. So that's going to be fun. I really enjoyed last time pulling cards specifically for individuals. That is something that I really want to get into more and more as time goes on. That was a mouthful. Alright, so the reading itself, if you found it was helpful and it could be helpful to others, please feel free to share this. Pass it along if you feel that you could be helping another with it. If it's resonated with you, please remember to click on like. And for those of you who are new to this channel, if you want to come back from time to time, we would love to have you. Don't forget to click on subscribe, of course. Just remember, everyone, in a world where you can be absolutely anything, simply be free. And I feel your energy is very, very free, very independent. You're very, very independent during this time. So there should be a lot of pride on your part as well. Beautiful. Alright guys, so that's it for me. Make sure you're taking care of the self first and foremost, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.